Hi everyone, it's Rachael Smith with Remax up in Big Bear. Today I'm going to walk you through my cute little listing, 676 Imperial. Come check it out. Okay, so here we are from the street, 676 Imperial. This one is a corner lot on the corner right here at Imperial and Clark, just about 3 blocks from the National Forest up here. You can see kind of covered in pine trees, oak trees, beautiful setting. This one is a small house, 1 bed, 1 bath, 532 square foot, but big lot. So the lot size on this one we're looking at is 8,500. So pretty rare to have such a big lot up here in Sugarloaf. So our lot line's going to somewhere be around here-ish. You've got a fence that kind of like follows back this direction, but I'd imagine there's probably a property marker in that pile somewhere. And then I'm going to walk you kind of all the way down the other side, just since we have the corner lot, we might as well take some time to enjoy it. Look at this beautiful oak tree set too. And while that's not a property marker right there, I wonder what it is. Maybe they labeled it for some reason. And so here we are. And you can see it is fenced. It's a split rail fence. So for like dogs and kids and stuff, they would be able to get out, but you could easily switch that up and throw up a nice wooden fence because you've already got one along the back side here. Hey squirrel. Oh. And so as you can see, the fence line starts inside. So this is kind of land that you technically do not own. It's basically your approach to the house. So you know, on my old house, we did create a driveway on it to be able to park. However, if something were to happen, like a water line break, like it did, they will replace it, but not to the extent that you made it. So when they did the repair on my driveway, they just kind of did like a quick blacktop driveway repair. So we had to go back in and fix that. So what I'm saying is you can use this space. It's not technically yours, but if you do anything high end and fancy with it, don't expect the city to fix it if there's an issue. So coming up, we've got blacktop driveway, but I mean, obviously you can park tons of cars, boats, you know, trailers, any kind of toys that you want here. Good space, and if you brought down some of the fencing, you could even get more in here too. So coming up the deck, got a nice wooden deck up here. The exterior's in great shape. And this one is currently used as an Airbnb and also offered as long-term rental. So they've kind of got it up for all three. So they've got like a little privacy fence built around the hot tub so that people have some privacy from people walking along the street. And then one thing I note is that we do have air conditioning in here. So let's start by going inside. And one thing to note before we go inside, the roof up here, if that is the same roof as what is on the upper roof, it looks like it's in really good shape. So, okay, so entering, we've got this nice vintage Big Bear door that a lot of people still have with all the different colors in the panels. Really kind of cute. And here we are. So we've got 1 bed, 1 bath, and our bathroom is going to be inside the bedroom. We've also got a loft, kitchen, dining room, living room. So I'm going to close this door off. And as you may know from some of my other videos, if you don't like the paneling, you can change the paneling color. So a lot of times people think they have to drywall this whole thing. You don't. You can paint it white. You can paint it taupe. You can paint it yellow. You can paint it red. You can paint it whatever you want. And in here, we've got flooring, carpet. Could use a stretch and like maybe a clean, but if it were me, I'd probably just throw down a whole section in the whole house just so it was one flooring all throughout that had laminate hardwood flooring. We do have some very nice upgrades in here. Dual pane windows. These are newer. They slide very well. Very good color too. And then check out our vaulted tongue and groove ceiling. Really cute. And this one, as I said, currently an Airbnb. If I were to guess, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like $25,000 to $35,000 a year. And that's with the spa outside. And so here we have the fireplace. So a lot of times people don't like this original rock color. You can change it. They make fireplace paint. So a lot of people have painted this like a black or a charcoal or a white or a gray, but it will make it pop a little bit more, I believe. But we do have a nice mantle here, real wood. And then this is just paneling behind it too. I actually should show you a video of what we took. We had a fireplace like this in my old house, and what we made it look like afterwards was just night and day. It was crazy. And so coming in, we do have air conditioning. So it is a mini split right here. And that one, these are becoming more common in Big Bear 2C, and that is just because it is starting to get a bit warm up here. So if you are one of the people that are offering AC in a rental property, that's actually pretty smart because they're not so common anymore. We're going to do the loft last, but as you can see, we've got the dining room, and it transitions right here from the carpet to the linoleum. But if you had that same hardwood flooring all throughout, you really wouldn't have to scoot this so close over here. You could kind of move it this direction too. So just a thought. And then here we are going into the kitchen. We've got fridge, stove. This is probably going to be our water heater. Yep. I like the handles on here. They're almost like a side canoe. Pretty cool. And then we've got, it's like a Formica paneling in the back, but nice handles all throughout. Cabinets are in great shape, super clean. Let me get to the ceiling. All right, so now we're going to go into the bedroom. So this, again, is the one bedroom. It's the only bedroom that's really counted in here. You've also got another unit in here. So you've got a mini split here and one in here. So one servicing both, or two different spaces being serviced. So here we do have a closet. Window that looks out towards the spa area. And there is a wall heater out there that was behind the ladder. However, this little vent right here is going to just be used to pull some of that heat in. So here we've got what looks to be a queen size bed. And then we're going to come into the bathroom. So this is going to be a vinyl flooring. Looks like a real good hardwood flooring, but it is vinyl. And then we do have a nice countertop in here that has been updated. And shower insert. Very clean, kind of like an ivory color. And also a special heater. Oh, it turns on when I guess it turns on How does that turn on? Because I did not turn that on. And so we're gonna go now outside. And we've got a shed that is currently locked just for owners' items. She's got a good size yard back here to do a lot with. So, I mean, you're talking like you could do an ADU, you could do an add-on, you could do so much with this yard space. And then now, let's see what temperature it is out. It's 55 out right now. And this one probably about 7-minute drive to town. Not too far to get to the grocery stores and things like that. Probably about 7 to 8 minutes to get to the lake. And then probably about 12 minutes or so to get to the village. So I'm hoping, I'm gonna go up there, and I'm hoping I don't hurt myself. I have a dress on, and obviously this ladder is not used for short-term rental. You're not allowed to have anything that has a rise over run like this. So basically, like, climbing something steep is gonna be a no-no. That's probably about as far as I'm gonna go right now, just because I've got so many things in my hands. Actually, I'll go a little bit further just for you. Okay, this is it. All right, so here we are in the loft. So you can see there is a bed up here, about a queen size bed. Got a fan in the corner, cool it down. Obviously not a bedroom for short-term rental, but it's nice to have this space up here. You also do have 2 skylights up here, so you really don't even need a light up here because it is so bright, but it does appear that there is one way at the very back right here. So that is it for our tour of 676 Imperial. Oh, I'm afraid to go down. And so now I guess you're probably wondering price. We are listed at $289,999. And if you would like to take a look, just let me know. Talk to you soon. Bye.